Hello and welcome to Wildfire Earth. My name's Bradley, and today we're going to be doing a Chiron retrograde dreamscape reading. The way I'm going to be setting this up is it's going to be a 3-deck pick a card reading where I'm going to mix different decks so that we can get down to the bottom of the messages that are coming through to you in your dreams. Recently, I was gifted a mockingbird feather. As I was walking, I saw this feather and I picked it up, and it reminded me instantly of all of the messages that are constantly coming through to us through our other senses and our psychic ability and our angelic awareness. So today I wanted to do a reading for you so that you can unlock some of those mysteries that are being worked on and the lessons that are being gained in your subconscious dreaming so that you can distill it down into the beautiful consciousness so that you can use it in your everyday life to make your life magical and amazing. Now, with Chiron being retrograde in Aries, a lot of these lessons are going to be about rites of passage from childhood to growing into an adult, becoming a woman, becoming a man, marriage, all of those rites of passage like graduations, birthdays, beautiful moments whenever we stepped up or leveled up. Because Aries is all about leveling up and being the first and moving into a new paradigm. Right now, we also have Neptune in retrograde in its home in Pisces. So all of these messages are being sent to us in our subconscious during our dream time. So this is a perfect reading for you to unlock what's been going on, to dig deep into those hidden messages and get down to the bottom of it so that you can unlock the secrets of the universe in your life so that you can have the most magical, beautiful experience possible. So without further ado, let's dive into the decks. If you look down in the description, you'll find some timestamps so that you can jump to the reading that you choose. Coming up next, you're going to see 3 decks. Pick the one that you're drawn to, okay? And then jump to that timestamp for your reading. I'm Bradley, and I'll see you in the reading. Hello and welcome to your Dreamscape reading. Today I have 3 randomly selected decks that I've mixed up so that you can get the best messages and really distill those messages that have been coming in through your subconscious dream time. If you are drawn to the black tourmaline, that's going to be the first deck here. We also have rose quartz. If you're drawn to that, that's the second deck. And then we have celestite. If you're drawn to that, that's the third deck. So take a moment while I sage these decks and get the energy raised, a higher vibration, so that we can receive the best message for ourselves and our highest good. Holy Father, Holy Mother, we ask that you bring messages of healing, of transformation, and peace to all who watch this video. May you guide their hearts to the correct deck that they need for healing and transformation within their lives during this time. We ask that we call upon the spirit of Chiron and the spirit of Neptune to guide us through this retrograde now and help us understand the messages you are showing us during our dream time. In the name of the Father and the Mother and the Holy Spirit, we thank you. All right, I'm going to start with the first deck, the black tourmaline. Check down below in the descriptions for the other timestamps for the other decks if you selected one of those. All right. So this first deck here, the stone I chose was black tourmaline. So what the message that Spirit is telling me with this deck is that you've got to work on grounding. You've got to work on protection, and you've got to work on setting boundaries. So that's going to be the major theme of your reading today. And let's see what Spirit has to say, shall we? All right. So the first card out is focus. All right. So leopard here is coming through to help you focus. We also have the beautiful mountain in the background, symbolizing the same message of black tourmaline of strength, grounding, and focusing on your internal world, okay? Because sometimes it can be camouflaged. Sometimes the message can be elusive. And if we don't focus, we miss the message. And it takes grounding down, grounding into this mountain, connecting with the earth, connecting with Mother Gaia, and receiving the messages so that those subconscious messages can trickle down into the consciousness. Let's dig a little deeper into what's going on during your dream time here. Haha, inner peace. So you may even be experiencing dreams of water, dreams of fish, and I'm seeing here the nice dichotomy between earth and water, okay? So you're working on issues of emotions getting trapped within your physical body. So you may, if you chose this deck, especially with black tourmaline coming through, you may need to ground and use protection rituals at this time, because your body is expelling these negative toxins that have gotten stuck into your physical body and your emotional body. Remember that if we are too young, or if we are not mature enough to handle a lesson or an emotion or a trauma, we bury it deep. We bury it inside of our physical body. It's not forgotten. It just goes to where kind of goes into a waiting space, a waiting period almost. And it's our job to dig into this mountain, almost mine into the mountain, find out what's underneath there. I'm definitely picking up, some of us have been, with this reading, have been, shrugging off some traumas in the past, some emotions, and it's starting to add up. It's starting to become, the straw that broke the camel's back. And so you're seeing this in your physical life. You're having physical aches and pains. You're having physical ailments. You're having a harder time doing the day-to-day things that you normally do, because your internal emotions, oh, there's the train acknowledging that, your internal emotions are getting in the way of your life now. And so it's your job to go within and dig and mine out some of this muck so that it can come out and come up, so that you can raise your vibration. Because what this is doing, it's showing me here that it is holding you back. It is holding you down. And all it takes is a gentle cleansing to get deeper into this message and to understand and solidify what's going on there. So let's dive into, see what chakra is here. Okay, so this is the crown chakra coming out, along with the element of fire. Okay, so this is huge with the energies that we're dealing with right now, especially with dealing with the Aries energy in Chiron retrograde. That is a fire sign, Solaris sublime, and then we're also dealing with the crown chakra. So these are specific memories that you might have even blocked out. I mean, I'm hearing blocked out, that camouflage is coming through again, and it is affecting your ability for you to raise energy and manifest it properly. It's almost like this up here in your head, these emotions and things are limiting the unlimited self. Okay, and this number here, 9, is huge, because it is all about that hermit energy of inner peace, inner work. So we've got a lot of inner work going on, and spirit is helping you realign your chakras, balance your feminine and masculine here, so that you can manifest like you're supposed to. Because you might be performing rituals or ceremonies, or even, working on manifestation, and it seems to, veer in a direction that you didn't want it to go. That's because you're not properly grounded. You're not properly cleansing your auric body and your chakras. So it's very important to work with the chakras. I'm also seeing now here, since this beautiful violet color is around here and blues and everything, you need to speak into the violet flame and allow this violet flame to come through and cleanse your chakras. The next message here is coming out is our ancient future. So a lot of us hear about working with our ancestors. The beautiful part of this is that we forget that we have ancestors in the past, but we also have ancestors in the future. These are called our descendants. Okay, this is the area which you are working towards. They already have the keys. They already have the successes that you've made. They are building on top of what you have started. So I'm hearing now, call upon your future self to help you get to where you need to go. Look into your future. Look into what you're dreaming about, what business plans you're wanting to get into, what partnerships you're working on, how you want your marriage to look. Look into the future and then ask your future self, what steps did you take to get here? Because that's all about the beautiful abilities of the crown chakra and your unlimited self. Because right now, with your chakras like this, and you're holding back some of these blocks and not allowing yourself to enter inner peace, you are blocking your manifestation into the future and essentially blocking the beautiful future that is there for you. And all it takes is acknowledging that, allowing yourself to connect with those energies by grounding into Gaia and then reaching into the future. Because remember, our consciousness, once you become consciously aware of this, our consciousness affects the future. So you consciously create, you begin to consciously manifest exactly what you need to move into a brighter future. See, that inner peace is there. Look, the fish are coming through. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, and now I'm getting this is not going to be easy for all of us. So I'm going to draw an animal card here next to help us out. And I couldn't have been more right. The Wolverine fierceness comes through. You're going to feel like this is a battle. This is an internal battle, because you almost feel like, okay, I'm hearing heartburn here. Some of you may be struggling from heartburn because of these blocks. Some of you may be experiencing fiery back pain within your sacral and lower back areas because you're blocking energies. And so it's not even reaching your crown. So in order to unlock these energies, you can call on Wolverine spirit, and they will help you to break through these boundaries. Wolverine spirit is a lot like Ganesh spirit. It breaks through boundaries. It goes through limitations. It helps you unlock your unlimited self. And it is a fierce defender. So you may even be experiencing in your dreams someone attacking you, or an animal attacking you, or others attacking you personally. That isn't about others actually attacking you. It's trying to tell you how you have been attacking yourself. How burying these issues and just letting them fester has been negative to you. And your spirit guides are coming through wanting to tear that out. It's a beautiful message of shamanic dismemberment. It is time to die to that old self. If you're living in the past, you're not living in the present, and you're not even capable of creating the future if you're constantly living in the past. Wolverine wants to bring you into the present moment and see the damage that has been done so that you can correct it. So call on Wolverine spirit to help you with strength there. And a lot of this stems from early childhood, okay? So we have 5 here. Now 5 is the number of change. So it is time to change how you see yourself, how you see your heart, how you see others that have loved you. Perhaps you're holding on to that idea that, oh, well, they wouldn't have hurt me because I loved them. But the thing is you have lessons to learn. And we sign up for beautiful spiritual lessons before we incarnate in this beautiful plane of earth. We're here on this school of earth to learn lessons. And this is deep heart chakra healing. So by unlocking this mountain that has been piling up of resentments, of past hurts, you actually unlock your ability to love yourself. And that is such a beautiful message. Remember your crown chakra with the fire and the future. It's all about the stamp that your heart makes on others. You have been a beautiful light, but the problem is you've been working so hard on everyone else's issues that you've been ignoring your own. And Wolverine is coming in to remind you that your heart matters too. What you desire is important. So we're going to look at some tarot here. Oh, goodness. We've got the Tower. Okay. Of course, we have the Tower with this reading, but we also have the Two of Wands. So this means here that you're planning this. You've known about it. It's starting to come into your awareness. Okay. You're starting to see how this has been affecting your life for longer than you expected. Okay. And I'm seeing here the Sphinxes, and it is almost like it's been an answer to a riddle. And see, this is not the bad tower moment that could happen if this was reversed. This is actually an awakening, okay? So something is coming through the spirits. Like, remember, this is a dream reading. So in your dreams, the spirits are literally like shocking you. It's almost like they're trying to send you messages that really rattle your cage and get you to fight and get you to be ferocious on your own behalf. And it's been missed lately, okay? It's been missed until now. And so you're shattering the mask of, that maybe you've been a perfect healer, you've been a perfect therapist or a counselor, a perfect mom or a perfect dad or a perfect partner. You're realizing that your imperfections have actually been holding you back because they are your fears. And so what they're asking you to do is face your fears. Okay, that's all about that malachite of being able to assimilate and integrate our fears into us so that our weaknesses become our strengths. Okay, and here it's happening in the dream time, okay? But this is not a card of struggle like the normal Seven of Wands is. You're not coming up against opposition from the outside. You're coming up against opposition from within. And you're actually coming into this is the past and the present and the future. So in the near future, you're actually going to be victorious. Look here. See, this is a battle won. You're the last man standing, and as you should be. You fought your demons, okay? So this is coming in. Spirit is wanting you to fight your demons right now. Spirit knows you will be victorious, and you have nothing to fear because your protection is so fierce and so loving that they would not lead you into anything that would hurt you. And you have to trust. Remember that mountain? You have to trust in spirit. So here's the messages from the angels. Peace and harmony is what you're working for, okay? And peace and harmony sometimes only comes after a fierce battle. So the Archangel Raquel is coming through, and she's asking you to remember for surrounding my life in harmonious light. Sometimes that light shines on uncomfortable and awkward spaces within our energetic body and within our consciousness. So you need to embrace that light. Allow Raquel to shine light. Remember, that's that fire coming through, shining light so it can transform. Because you have to be able to acknowledge the problem before you can fix it. So right now, it is all about acknowledging that you might have been the person holding yourself back. You've got to stop blaming others. It's not their fault. It's not your fault either. It's just that you weren't ready to see what was truly holding you back. And it's not coming from outside of you. It's coming from within you, okay? And here's one more message from Spirit today. You're going to be astrally traveling. So a lot of you might have been even meeting up with your angelic guides or meeting up with your collective, okay? So as you're astrally traveling at night, I'm being told to set some black tourmaline around your where you sleep, at the foot of your bed, especially to hold you down, because you might be getting lost in some of these astral worlds and not fully returning to the present. And so this is kind of the same problem you've had with the past traumas. You get caught up and hung up on what has happened that you don't know how to perfectly apply it to the present. And so there's kind of this lag between, lessons and applying the wisdom. So lastly, let's get some messages from Spirit. Okay, so many of you are star seeds. That's coming through. Just remember to raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. Okay, so light keeps coming in. Some of you might need to sleep with a light on because you're afraid of what's hiding in the darkness. Turn that light on, okay? If you're in a dream where you're terrified, where you're scared, or where you are being chased, because sometimes that Wolverine can come through and they're a tough spirit to work with because they have hard lessons to teach you. And this is something that you wouldn't be getting taught if you weren't ready. Remember, spirit never gives you anything you're not ready for. And it's time to tackle these issues. I'm also hearing that you dissociate often in the real world. And that's why you need the grounding to keep you here in this moment so you can learn. Because if you're always off trying to figure out what something means, you're not applying it to your life. Okay? So that's why the caution is needed. And lastly, it says to feel your innate sense of truth, develop open-mindedness. So be open-minded to the messages that are coming through. Be receptive to the harmonious light that is moving in here. Don't reject it, because that's what I'm getting is the big message here, is that you've been rejecting the messages because you don't want to see the truth. And the angels are ready for you to see the truth. It is real. What is happening to you is real. And so some of that is acceptance. It means moving into love for self and love for everything that has happened for you in your life. All of those lessons you learned were essential for your growth. You wouldn't be who you are today without them. So to reject them is to reject parts of yourself. So this is almost like a shamanic soul retrieval that you're doing with your spirit guides. You're shining lights on areas that you have previously blocked off, and you're kind of gaining that power back. So with that is coming a lot of beautiful upgrades in your clairvoyance, in your clairaudience, like your dreams are more vivid, and maybe even your daydreams are more vivid, because you're constantly aware of this communication with your spirit guides. They're always here showing you light. And so instead of dissociating, ask them how they can help you in the present moment so you can conquer and unlock that beautiful mystery that's been eluding you up until now, because you're ready. You're ready to see what's been going on. You're ready for the messages. All right, that's all I have for deck number 1. Let's move to deck number 2, shall we? All right, and here we have deck number 2. The stone I drew for that was rose quartz. So this is all about your heart. However, it's not the heart chakra. We're actually looking at your higher heart chakra. So this comes from agape love, unconditional love, your ability to accept yourself and others for who they are without judgment. That is what rose quartz stands for. So we're going to place this here as the focus for our reading, and we'll get started here. Okay, so you need a break. That's what I'm picking up from this first card instantly. You need a break. It's been too much. The moon phases have been too much. The eclipses have been too much. This, thing that we've got going on worldwide has been too much. And it's just time for you to take a break. You've been sharing a lot of information. You've been bringing a lot of your messages to the people. You've been sharing as much as you can, and it's time for you to work on you. Taking some time just to relax, just to, step into the flow. I'm even seeing right now, this kind of reflection down here is a water thing. So take an Epsom salt bath. It's really grounding. It's good for you. You could even put a rose quartz stone in there to help you with some of that heart healing, because your heart is bruised. You're tired. So I'm hearing this is for a lot of the warriors out there, a lot of the light workers out there, a lot of the angel souls out there. This one is for you guys, okay? Because this is all about how much work you've been doing, and Spirit is wanting to say thank you. We're creating an oasis of peace around you right now. And the next card coming up is taking risks. Okay, so you might feel like this is a bit of a risk to take rest right now, because it's like, whoa, I have work to do. I have so much. I feel like Spirit is pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. But you might have been pushing yourself too far. okay, with this relaxation. You might have tried to take on too much work or too much karma for others or too much karma for yourself. And so they're telling me right now that with the relaxation and the taking risks coming through, that it's time for you to stop and listen to the messages coming through. Because you have deeper understanding to receive. You have beautiful messages coming through from Spirit on the daily, and you're missing some of these because you're so hard at work. It's like you've got your head down and you're not paying attention and it's just not coming through. And the Spirit keeps sending you messages through Brother Hawk. So they're up in the sky, they're up in the clouds, they're there. But if you don't stop and smell the roses, right? If you don't stop and look, you're missing out. So they're not telling me you have to stop working altogether. Please don't take that. Like, don't call your boss and be like, I'm sorry, my psychic told me I need to take 2 weeks off work. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just saying to make sure that you're taking time for self-care, taking time to get outside, look at the stars, look at the clouds, watch the wind move through trees, watch the birds play, watch the animals. You need a reconnection with Mother Earth because she wants to help you heal your heart chakra. Okay, and here is we're working on solar plexus, okay? So that's all about that sunshine, right? So here's the bright full moon. The full moon is its brightest whenever it's shining the most reflection from the sun, and it's all about radiant illumination. So you have to relax and take rest, so even meditate, in order to hear these messages that are coming through. If not, you're ignoring your gut feeling. You're ignoring it. And and it's almost like you're like, well, Spirit, you told me I have a job to do, so here I am working on the physical. But they're saying, it sounds risky, but you've got to take at least 30 minutes, at least a little 20 minutes, something. Take some time to listen so that you can have direction. Otherwise, you're just going to be working yourself into a stupor. And yes, here's Mother Earth coming through. Nurture, nature. See, they're telling you to get outside. They're telling you to stop and smell the roses. They're telling you to reconnect to Mama Gaia and really dig in deep and take the time to refuel. You're running on empty. You can't pour from an empty cup. And they're telling you that you have to have your cup full for what is coming. Remember what is coming. So it's moving from darkness into light. We're moving into a higher level of awareness, a higher level of ascension. All of us are. And it's not going to be some magical gateway or portal that all of us walk through. It's gradual. It takes work. It takes time. And you have to stop and listen to the messages, because I hate to say this, but they're telling me, you don't quite know what you're doing. You took a small bit of it and jumped with it. It's like reading step 1 on an IKEA bookshelf and then trying to put it together without looking at any of the other steps. You're going to end up with a mess. There's going to be pieces you miss, okay? So they're telling me to stop, listen, and pay attention to the instructions that are coming through, because you're bringing new frequencies into Earth, okay? It's your job to anchor those frequencies into this planet. And you're not doing that if you're constantly physically working, okay? Just work. So you have to take time to anchor in these messages, allow them to anchor down. So in your dreams, a lot of your dreams are about meditation, rest, or you might even have dreams on the opposite side where you feel like you're constantly running, you're constantly moving, you're constantly running away from it. And Spirit is trying to tell you, they're sending Hawk here, he's chasing you. It's saying, hey, pay attention. And so, yes, new blueprints. Okay, so some of you are architects of this new Earth, of the new paradigm, of the new Aquarian age. And you're missing some of your essential instructions and essential manifestations by working too hard. Okay, it's like they're telling me you're forgetting the basics, okay? So I've been doing this lately where I have gone back and I'm reading some of the books that got me first into shamanism and meditation and healing, because and it's funny, from my newer perspective, I'm looking at it in a completely different light. It's connecting in a gut feel. Okay, woo. I must have been hitting on a really good message because my camera just stopped working. Sorry about that. But we're going to return to you are anchoring down the blueprints and the new earth. So it is essential for you to take the time to reconnect with your guidance. And you've been missing those opportunities because you feel like you have to constantly be at work. You feel like you constantly have to chase your happiness or chase your dream. And Spirit is saying, let us take care of some of that while you rest and listen to our messages. So we're going to jump into a beautiful animal spirit that's going to help you with this. Horse freedom. Yes, it is time to claim your freedom, claim your time. And it's time to move through that gateway, right? See that horse? It's beautiful and it's pure and it's white. And they want to be here helping you. And this is definitely related to your lower chakras. So with carnelian coming through, a lot of us are worried about money. A lot of us are worried about employment right now. And it's essential for us to remember that Gaia and Spirit and our angels are always moving on our behalf to help us succeed and give us everything we need for success. Okay? It's essential. So I just want you to take some time, if I can pick it up, to focus on this stone here. Look into the depths of the carnelian and realize that everything that you need, everything that you want is already here. It is manifesting for you. You don't have to work so hard for it. Sometimes the hard work that you're doing is getting in the way of Spirit. And they want you to enjoy. They want you to stop and celebrate your successes because you have been working so hard and diligently. So let's jump into the tarot and see what the tarot is saying here. Okay, so, right, it's time to get a new perspective. The Hanged Man is coming through and the Hermit. Oh my goodness. And look, it's time to walk away from some of this hard work you think you have to do. Okay, because you're only thinking you have to do this because it is a perception. No one has told you this. And the moon knows better. There she is again. She's trying to send you messages at night. There might even be dogs. You might be experiencing messages of birds or of solitude. It's because they're wanting you to rest. So if you've been having dreams where you're getting out to the lakes or hiking to if you're getting out to the lakes or hiking or in the mountains, they're trying to show you there's a different way to do this. You don't have to work so hard. Okay, now we're moving into an angelic message. What did the angels say? Yes, live. You need to have more fun. You need to have some more joy in your life. That's what that solar plexus chakra is all about. So they're asking you to remember, thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. Okay, you need to work on your joy, not always work on just hard work. Okay, lightning. Okay, so this is coming through. Isis is coming through to help you see what's really going on. It's a moment of aha. That's what I've been doing wrong. I've been working too hard and I can't fill from an empty cup. All right, and it's a choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. Choose joy. And then they're saying here, practice speaking positively about other people and events, and especially the future. So you might have a tendency to over worry the small details. It's like you like to take it and chew on it, right? Okay, but you don't need to do that. You are the horse spirit. You are the eagle spirit. You do what you do without effort. You don't have to work so hard at it. Stop trying so hard. There's this beautiful message when I'm teaching my students on working on their psychic ability or remembering dreams. It's a try, not try, because dreamscapes are one of those things where if you focus on it too hard and try to analyze it with your left brain, you get out of the area of the right brain where the dreams and the messages are. So you instantly lose the trail and you instantly lose the connection. So it's a choice. Get into your right brain, have fun. Tap into that inner child energy. Remember, tap into Gaia. Allow yourself to be nurtured. Allow yourself to enjoy this physical plane because you work. And that is beautiful. You accomplish so much like that, but you have to have balance. Okay, that's what Isis is telling us here with the lightning. You have to have balance. You have to draw the line. It's time. All right, those are the messages I have for the second deck today. Let's move on to the third. All right, for those of you that picked the third deck, we have the stone celestite in the shape of a heart. So you have angel spirits that are coming through to help you in this time of transition, to help you in this worldwide event that's been taking place, and to help you move forward and get out of some stagnant energy. Because remember, angels see from a higher perspective, so they bring messages of joy and love from a higher realm and a higher plane. So let's dive in here and see what's going on. This is all about your happiness, playfulness, intuition. Angels are telepathic, and a lot of the time they also use dolphins or whale symbolism to speak to you, okay? So it's really important to pay attention to the dreams that are coming through of loving families, time spent with friends. You're yearning for that connection, and spirit is trying to tell you, you always have a connection with your spiritual side. You always have a connection to your spirit guides, to your angels. They are here. You are never alone, because some of us have been feeling very, very lonely during this time, and they don't want you to do anything rash. They don't want you to risk your health or your mental health by jumping into opportunities too quickly. Dolphins are very smart. They're very intelligent, and they swim in pods and families. And so they're constantly receiving information through one another's echolocation. So you've got to use your discernment here in order to connect healthily. That will bring you happiness, because if you just try to connect, you can end up harming yourself or harming your energies that you've worked so hard to get into the crystal. You've been working so hard, and beautiful manifestation and magic has been happening. So I'm hearing right now that you guys are connected to Lemuria, Atlantis, some of the starseed collectives from Orion, Sirius, the Pleiades especially are coming through for this, the Seven Sisters. And you see this beautiful amethyst stone. You've been going through upgrades in your crown chakra and your third eye chakra. And so you've been seeing in your dreams the future. So some of us are seeing dreams of hanging out with friends and family, and wonders never cease is what I just hear. We're hearing you're seeing the future as it is about to unfold, and you're wanting to try to jump into that future like immediately, okay? But they're telling me it's about patience, and it's about using your discernment, okay? Because dolphins use that echolocation to check for predators, okay? So if you just try to dive into it and follow that intuition, you're not seeing the full picture. You're not seeing everything that is there. There are some obstacles up ahead, with this darkness here, okay? So you're seeing the light, but you're not quite seeing the darkness, and it needs just a little focus on that. So let's pull some more cards to see what it is. Throat chakra, okay? So express your truth. Truth is coming up. You're seeing the truth of people. So if some of your friends or family are in these dreams and they're trying to cause strife or conflict, these people are not for you. They do not bring you happiness. You need to Marie Kondo their butts, right? Like, just hold them in your hand and be like, does this person bring me joy? No. All right, out. Throat chakra is about setting boundaries, and it is also about remembering your purpose, okay? And remembering that you have wings and a higher perspective, okay? That you can always channel into. You can always call on dolphin or butterfly here, they're telling me. You can always call on your angels or your collective to give you a higher perspective, to lift you up, okay? So I'm hearing that whenever you wake in the mornings, it's going to be very important for you to journal your dreams, and then after you've journaled it, instead of trying to interpret it yourself, ask spirit to interpret it for you, and then write down whatever insights or message you receive. Now, these aren't always going to come through in pictures or come through in like a dictated letter. It's not always going to come through like that. It might come through on impressions, smells, tastes, maybe some pictures, maybe some audio, something popping into your head. Follow those threads, because it's very important. They're all connected. It's all around you. Light languages are speaking to you, and you're going through upgrades, especially at this time. So it is really important to express your truth and really figure out what that truth is. So what element is coming through for you? It is the element of air. Again, truth. And this is a paradigm shift. Okay, so I'm seeing here, they're showing me the difference between the depths of the ocean and the depths of space. This is the upgrade you're going through. You're going from the vastness of the ocean and happiness into awe and wonder at the vastness and the expansiveness of yourself, the galaxy, the universe, and human existence. Okay, I want to keep that sun in here, because it's so important that we remember to shine light on some of these darker areas. Okay, and truth will come through. This paradigm shift is actually helping you see truth. You see how that her crown chakra is activated by 3. So you're tapping into your soul's chakra and the Christ consciousness chakra. You're tapping into those higher realms of the chakra system. So you have leveled up. You've achieved that lower chakra balance, and it's really working for you in your foundation. But you might be feeling a little disoriented as you're going a little higher, because these energies are so expansive and so open, and you didn't expect that. I'm hearing some of you might balk at angels coming through, or star seeds even. You're like, oh, that movement just gets on my nerves. Take some of it with a grain of salt, okay? Your connection with the collectives and the angels is not everybody else's connection. Yours is personal. Yours is, you may even be an angel soul in a human body, experiencing Earth for the first time. And you may even, this card here may even be you remembering the past of when you were connected to source and you were happy and just your home, and then you signed on for this mission here on Earth, and it's just so much. There's so much to deal with that it's kind of thrown you off kilter. So for some advice on that, I'm hearing shine your light. It is okay to be different. It is okay to express your true self. 44, that's the number of mastery. That's the number of compassion and companionship and unconditional love. It's all about accepting who you are. You may very well be, a Neptunian soul or a starseed from an aquatic world. I mean, you've got a lot of water energy coming in. So you are a master of your emotions, and that is excellent, but they're wanting you to feel the emotions as well. They're wanting you to realize that each of those emotional feelings is what helps you grow, is what becomes your strength, is what fuels your energy. Okay, this is a very blue and purple and green reading. So with a little dash of sunshine in there. So it's all about remembering who you are. So you guys might be having dreams of voyages, of getting away, returning home, or even having dreams where you're underwater or in an aquatic realm like Atlantis or Lemuria. You're remembering who you are. And that is beautiful. And your truth at this time is needed, because you bring in energies that have not been experienced on the earth plane before. That's right here. You're a key. You're a code holder. And it's your job to shine your light and not let anyone else dim it by their own darkness or even by your own darkness. Okay? So let's see what animal spirit. Oh my gosh, remember earlier I said whales? Okay, so Orca is coming through right now to remind you of the song of your life. The orcas sing beautifully. I mean, some people, if you've ever listened to, maybe that's what you need to do during your dream time, is listen to some orca songs. Allow their higher vibration, or even the dolphins, just to that higher frequency of echolocation and, their calls and their songs to wash over you, because it will help you understand this truth that you're needing to express, and help you understand your own light, because they are coming here from outer space. They're coming from the ocean, and they're coming into your consciousness to sing to you and remind you that you have a family, you have a home, you're connected. And wow, I'm getting really emotional by this card. It's like choking me up. So it's a very emotional song. And so they're reminding me of the song of your heart. What symphony are you creating? Is there any dissonance in your life? Is there music in your dreams? Those are songs you need to be listening to in your waking time. So if you're hearing dreams that have songs or someone singing, try to find out what song that is or what culture it comes from, because there's important messages of truth coming through those songs. Okay. You might even just be at the ocean and hearing, whales or dolphins singing to you. And this card here is peridot. Okay, so this is an August birthstone. It's also closely related to Leo energy. So you are here as a leader. So I'm almost hearing that you're the orchestrator, you're the conductor of the orchestra. These beautiful songs that you're hearing are coming from your pure essence, right? Remember, from your light. So you might not think you have musical talent, or you might have amazing musical talent, but you're not paying attention to it. I know whenever I became a shaman and we were studying about, dream songs, or singing in the elements, or singing out illness and singing to the spirits, song and healing are very closely related. So if you know someone that does sound healing, so crystal bowls, tuning forks, all those beautiful things, frequency is the answer for you. Frequency, frequency, frequency. And I'm even hearing that you might, if you're a practitioner of this, you might be getting downloads from the orca community or the dolphin community that are helping you sing ancient songs that are coming back to help Gaia Earth heal. So let's jump into the tarot to see where this is going on. Okay, so it's a lot about work. A lot about work. Okay, yes. So we have 2 pentacles here, and then we have the wands. Okay, so this is telling me that you are diligently working. So I feel like you have just gotten a certification. You've been working on yourself a lot during this time of the worldwide event that's been going on. And with this 8 of Pentacles, you've just constantly been diligently working, and you're starting to see the fruitions of your labor. It's all starting to connect. And you had to walk away from a passion of yours. And so the happiness is coming through to remind you that you're finding your happiness again, okay? You're finding safe harbor. You're walking away from something that you thought was perfect for you, but as you're walking away, you're realizing it was holding you back. Okay, so you might be having dreams of, I'm sorry, but it's a wands. You might be having dreams of past lovers coming through, telling you messages. Just listen to your heart, listen to the messages of the heart as they guide you, and listen to those messages, because I'm really feeling like with the dolphins and the orcas coming through, this is telepathy going on between you and their higher selves. So you're working out some issues so that you can get to work, okay? Because you're here to make a difference. You're here to shake things up. You're here to become a pillar of the community within whatever community you're working with. So if you're a teacher, you're here to teach in a new way, and to change the way way we do things. If you're a mother, you're here to parent children in a completely different way than you've been taught. If you're a lover, you're here to love another person in a completely different way than society tells you that you should be loving someone. This is all about helping others understand you're a teacher, you're a creator, you are the pillar that you might not think you are, but look at this. This is who you truly are. You are an epic being of light. Epic. I mean, just epic. And don't belittle yourself because of the hard work that it takes to get there. You're on your way. You're doing the thing, right? This is what Peridot is all about. Realizing that everything you need is right here in your reality, and all you have to start doing, the blueprints are there for you. The work has been done on your behalf. All you have to do is come in and show them how it's done, okay? Show them that you know what you're talking about. You're the boss. That's a beautiful message. And the angels are saying, count your blessings. Look, thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. You have been truly blessed during this earth incarnation. Manifestation comes easy for you. Happiness comes easy for you. And part of your soul's journey might be in showing others how to do that. And your dreams are coming through to give you instruction on how to share with others on this beautiful journey, how to have what you have, how to have this connection to the angels, how to have gratitude. I mean, sometimes it's as simple as that, just how to have gratitude in times of strife. And with this world event going on, it's essential that we remind people to stay in high vibrations so that they can manifest their dreams, even though there's adversity rising up. Because it's like the dolphin just swims right through trouble, swims through troubled waters. They know they either go deep or they go higher. You instinctually know how to do that. So you're here on this earth plane to teach others how to do that beautiful magic. And yes, ground your light. Shine your light and ground your light. Let your soul shine. You are a healer. You are an angel in disguise. You are what everybody has been looking for. You're the breath of fresh air, okay? And you've kind of been a little hit and miss on how to implement that in the physical world. And it's time to start paying attention to your dreams, because you're being given a template of how to do this. And it might be bizarre. It might be weird because it hasn't been done before. Like we talked about in this card, you are the code keeper. You are the one that holds the key within your being. And if you don't unlock that and let it out, if you don't sing your true song, if you don't take up the mantle of leadership, it won't be registered on the physical plane, and you are here to bless others because you are blessed. You are here to ground your light. I mean, this is an 18 number, so it's a 9. You're on a later incarnation of your life. I know I said that this might be your first time, but there's 2 different sides to this. Either this is your first time and you are a perfect channel for source because it's your first time, or you have been doing this incarnation thing for so long that you've achieved a sense of enlightenment. You've achieved initiations in past lives that allow you to do the work you need to do. Some of us might be trying to get certification after certification or class after class because you think that's how you have to do it. They're like, no, you're here to break through all those barriers and say it doesn't have to be done like this. You can just do it because that's who you innately are. Okay, so let's get the last messages. Surrender to your can't read. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. So remember your happiness. And remember moving into a state of just being one with the universe, that state of happiness. Your job is to ground in unity and grace and light for the human collective. And it's saying avoid hateful thoughts, as they are just as hurtful as physically striking someone. So Spirit is telling me that you might have had some resentment. Or you might have had resentment directed towards you. And so in doing so, this has kind of blocked some of your beautiful manifestation powers. They're telling me surrender. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is really coming through. It's making my throat close up. Surrender and forgive. Okay, some of that might be hard to do because it was hard in your past, especially if you were a light worker or you an angel soul, or this is your first time on the physical plane, or even one of your last times on the physical plane. We forget how hard the School of Earth is. It is an advanced school. It is an advanced class, and it is hard because we're disconnected from spirit. We're disconnected from our light and who we truly are. We go through a veil of forgetting. So they're asking you to remember who you are. Remember your truth, right? Remember that regardless of the darkness that surrounds you, that card came through again for me. Remember, regardless of the darkness that surrounds you, you are the pillar, you are the central light, and you have to remember to shine your light and ground it into the earthly plane. That's our messages for everyone. I am sending you all so much love and healing, and I hope that these messages really touched your soul so that you can start living your best magical life. It's here. The time is now. New Earth has arrived, and it is time to implement that. It's time to get to work, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever I make new videos. Follow me on Facebook at Wildfire and Earth, or Wildfire and Earth on Instagram. I love you all so much. Blessings. Mwah.